Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a story that's part infrastructure marvel, part geopolitical puzzle. We're talking about a massive state-of-the-art bridge that sat empty for nearly a decade, a silent testament to a complex and often unpredictable relationship. This is the story of the new Yalu River Bridge, connecting China and North Korea. So, what's the big deal about a bridge? Well, to understand that, we need to head to the city of Dandong in China's Liaoning province. For decades, this city has been the main artery for trade between China and North Korea. Almost 70% of their trade flowed across a rickety one-lane structure called the Singaporean Friendship Bridge. Built by the Japanese in the 1930s, it's a living piece of history. It's so narrow that traffic has to take turns crossing, with cars going one way in the morning and the other way in the afternoon. Imagine the bottleneck. It's a bridge that tells a story of a different era, one that was clearly struggling to keep up with modern demands. As China's economy boomed, the need for a better connection became obvious. The old bridge was a symbol of the past, and both countries, at least on paper, were looking toward a future of increased economic cooperation. So, in 2010, the plan for the new Yalu River Bridge was born. This wasn't just a replacement, it was a massive upgrade. We're talking about a modern, multi-lane, cable-stayed bridge stretching 3 kilometers across the river. China footed the entire bill, a hefty sum of over $300 million. The vision was clear, a superhighway for goods, boosting trade and helping to develop the economies on both sides of the border. Construction started with great fanfare, cranes dotted the skyline, and the impressive structure began to take shape, a powerful symbol of a strengthening partnership. By 2014, China's side of the project was complete. The bridge stood ready, a gleaming monument to modern engineering, complete with customs facilities and connecting highways. It was impressive. There was just one rather significant problem. On the North Korean side, there was nothing. The brand-new multi-million-dollar bridge ended abruptly in the middle of a field. No connecting roads, no customs buildings, just farmland. It was a bizarre, almost surreal sight. The bridge to nowhere became a local curiosity and an international symbol of a project gone wrong. For years, it just sat there, unused and empty. So, what happened? Why build a bridge and then not connect it? The reasons are a complex mix of international politics and North Korea's own internal priorities. During the years the bridge was being built and then sitting idle, North Korea was heavily focused on its nuclear weapons program. This led to increasingly strict international sanctions, heavily supported by China, which put a major damper on trade. The very economic activity the bridge was meant to facilitate was now being choked off. Furthermore, there were whispers of differing visions. China saw the bridge as a gateway for economic integration, hoping it would encourage North Korea to open up its economy in a similar way China itself had done decades earlier. They built special economic zones on their side, anticipating a flood of activity. However, North Korea has always been extremely cautious about opening its borders, fearing the cultural and political influences that might come with it. They preferred a more controlled, limited form of economic exchange. It seems they weren't quite ready for the superhighway China had built for them. Perhaps the timing was just off. The political climate had shifted dramatically from when the project was first conceived. So, for 8 long years, the bridge remained a silent, lonely giant. Tourists would visit the Dandong side, gazing across the river at the unconnected end, a perfect metaphor for the often-stalled relationship between the two neighbors. Then, in early 2019, things started to change. Satellite imagery began to show activity on the North Korean side. Construction crews appeared, and slowly but surely, roads started to be paved, connecting the bridge to the nearby city of Sinuiju. This flurry of activity coincided with a period of renewed diplomacy. Leaders from both countries met several times, signaling a warming of ties. It seemed the political will to finally open the bridge was back on the table. But just as momentum was building, the world was hit by the global pandemic. In early 2020, North Korea sealed its borders completely, arguably the strictest lockdown of any country on Earth. All cross-border movement, even for goods, was halted. Once again, the bridge's grand opening was put on indefinite hold. The wait continued. The world was changing, but the bridge remained frozen in time, its purpose unfulfilled. Fast forward to late 2022 and into 2023, after nearly 3 years of isolation, signs of life returned. The pandemic was receding as a global emergency, and North Korea began to cautiously reopen. Freight trains started trickling across the old Friendship Bridge again, and then the news broke. The new Yalu River Bridge was finally officially open for business. After nearly a decade of waiting, trucks began to roll across its smooth pavement. It was a quiet opening, no grand ceremony, but its significance was huge. This marked a major step in normalizing trade and re-engaging North Korea with its most important economic partner. For the people and businesses in Dandong, it was a moment they had been anticipating for years. The logistics hub built in anticipation of the bridge could finally start operating as intended. So, what does this all mean for the future? The opening of the new Yalu River Bridge is more than just a logistical upgrade. It's a powerful signal. It demonstrates a mutual desire from both Beijing and Pyongyang to stabilize and deepen their economic relationship. For China, it helps solidify its influence in the region and supports stability on its border. For North Korea, it provides a vital economic lifeline, especially as it recovers from years of sanctions and self-imposed isolation. The new bridge allows for a much larger volume and variety of goods to be transported more efficiently. Think of it like upgrading from a tiny country lane to a 6-lane highway. This could facilitate not just basic goods, but also materials for construction and industrial development within North Korea. It offers a glimpse into a potential future where economic development takes a more central stage. However, it's important to keep a balanced perspective. The bridge is a tool, not a magic wand. The future of trade and relations will still depend heavily on the broader geopolitical landscape, including sanctions and North Korea's own policy decisions. The journey of this bridge, from its hopeful conception to its long, lonely wait and its eventual quiet opening, is a fascinating story. It's a concrete example of how big infrastructure projects are deeply intertwined with the shifting sands of international politics. It's a story of patience, persistence, and the complex dance of diplomacy and development on the Korean peninsula. What started as a bridge to nowhere has finally become a bridge of renewed hope, a physical link representing a relationship that is as crucial and complex as ever. What do you think the future holds for this connection? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this story interesting, please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel for more deep dives into fascinating stories from around the world. We've got lots more content coming your way. Until next time, stay curious.